Hey guys, so today's look is going to be my New Year's Eve look. I went with something a little bit different, not the typical like glittery look, smoky eye. I went with something a little bit more grungy. I'm going to say grungy glam look for New Year's. I really just came up with it because I put on the jacket and I was feeling it, so I was like, yes, let's make it work. So that is what I came up with. I hope you guys like it, and if you do, then stay right there, don't move, and keep on watching. First thing, of course, is to prime. Here I'm going to be using the NYX HD eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to apply that with the doe foot wand over my lids and then smooth it out with my finger all the way from the lash line all the way up to the brow. Next, I'm going in with brows, and I'm using the Maybelline Brow Satin Pencil, but I've also seen it as Brow Define Pencil. So either way, it's by Maybelline, and it's a dual-ended pencil with a pencil side and a powder side, and it's just my go-to lately to fill in my brows. I like to shape them and fill them in with the pencil side, and then I like to go in with the powder side just to kind of set them in place and also fill in any other empty gaps in my brows, if that makes any sense. And then I like to go in with the spoolie because I could never do my brows without a spoolie ever. It is essential. Next, I'm going in with the MAC eyeshadow in the color Vanilla just to act as a base. I'm putting it below my brow and in the inner corners as well, and avoiding the lids area. I'm going to take the MAC eyeshadow in the color Embark, which is right up to the edges now. I've totally hit pan on it, and I'm just going to dip a flat brush in there and start to work it into the outer corner and then flick it inwards just with short, really quick strokes. I'm actually using the Anastasia brush, the one that's dual-ended for this, which is my favorite brush at the moment, by the way. And then I'm doing the same thing with the inner corner as well, just packing it on and then flicking it towards the center of the lid. Next, I'm going in with the color Grandstand by Makeup Geek. It's a foiled eyeshadow, and the best application for these shadows is truly with your finger. They just give like a really reflective, almost creamy look to the shadow if you apply it in that way. And I'm just applying it between the outer and inner corners where we kind of left that empty space of that brown color. Does that make sense? Next, I'm going to deepen up the corners with some black matte eyeshadow. My favorite is Carbon by MAC, but you could obviously use whichever black matte eyeshadow you want. I like Carbon because it's buildable and doesn't apply too much too quick, and then it gets all muddy looking, so I prefer to kind of build up black shadow. But I'm just applying it right over those corners with the brown just to deepen it up and really add a lot of darkness in there. I just kept building and building and building to my liking. It's totally left up to your preference. I'm going to go back into the color Embark, and I'm going to apply this into the crease. I'm going to use it to kind of blend out a little bit of those black edges, but not too much. And then I'm going to just apply it in the crease as usual in small circular motions. And I don't want to be shy with this because I don't want it to be a soft crease. It is a grungy look, so you do want it to be pretty prominent. Then I went in with Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek, and at first I was going to use this to blend out the crease color, but I actually just ended up using it as a highlight color. And for the crease, I ended up going in with Wedge by MAC, which is a light cool toned brown, and I applied it in circular motions to buff out that crease color. And because it is a cool toned brown, it's really going to bring an edginess to the look that really brings out that kind of rocker grungy vibe. Then I'm going to go ahead and reapply the center lid color, which is Grandstand, using my finger just to kind of bring it out again. Sometimes with all the blending, colors tend to lose intensity, so I'm just going to repack that to kind of give it a little bit more of a, va-va boom. Once I've done that, I'm actually going to do my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. For lashes, I'm going to apply these by e.l.f., which come 2 in 1 pack, and I'm going to apply both. They were like one of the few styles in the drugstore. They had a very bad selection. I'm going to use the eyelash adhesive by Kiss, which kind of bothers me a lot less than the Duo one. The Duo one kind of makes my eyes like a little bit itchy. Make sure that you wait till it's tacky because I kind of messed up in that other eye. And at first I was applying a gel liner, but then I switched over to my NYC liquid liner, which was a lot better. that's what I get for cheating on it, you know? And next I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal liner, and I'm going to line the upper waterline. Moving on to the face, I'm going to first apply my Eve Pearl Dual Salmon Corrector on my dark circles. It's a peachy corrector which is going to combat any darkness. Then I'm going to cover that up with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm going to use this to kind of cover up that peachiness and to highlight my face as well, being that I don't use foundation, but I do use a ton of concealer. So it's basically like a face of foundation. And then I'm going to also apply that same concealer around my nose because I do get a little bit of redness and darkness there, on my lip, just to cover up any, shadows from my mustache. What can I say? And then a little bit on my forehead just to highlight that area, a little bit on my nose and on my chin. Then I went in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer just under the eyes to really brighten that area since it was ultra dark that day. So I just kind of tapped in a little bit, below the eyes. Then I went in with my Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush to blend it all out just by kind of doing short, quick tapping motions with the edge of that brush and really getting into all those crevices. To contour, I'm going to be using a new product today. Hallelujah, right? I'm using the Anastasia contouring palette, and I'm going to be using those two shades right there that I pointed out. And I'm going to take that darker shade, and I'm going to apply it to the contours of my face, so like below my cheekbones, to make them pop. Now, this color is pretty ashy and, gray looking, but that is because you want to make a realistic looking kind of shadow. However, the contouring powder that I'm going to set it with is a little bit more warm, so that's why I did take the risk of applying this, grayer kind of color. Then I took that highlighting shade that I pointed to earlier, and I'm going to apply it below my eyes again to bring a lot of light to that under eye area. I'm also going to highlight my bridge of my nose again, and a little bit just on my chin. Then I'm going back to that 3D HD Kabuki brush to blend out the highlighting portions. For the contours, I'm taking a different brush just to kind of blend it out. This product was a little bit, harder to blend out, so you just gotta like really keep working it into the skin until it does blend in seamlessly. And then I'm going to go in and set it with my Inglot sculpting powder, which shattered because of course I'm traveling. I'm at my mom's house currently, and it is a little bit warmer, so it's going to kind of neutralize that super ashy tone. Then I'm going to take that middle highlighting shade, which is actually a cream highlighter, and I'm going to dab it on the tops of my cheekbones just using my finger just to get a really intense highlight once I set it with the powder. But first I'm going to go ahead and apply the Milani Romantic Rose Powder Blush, which is my go-to, my favorite. I don't switch it out for nothing because it goes with everything and it's perfect for my skin tone. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that cream highlighter with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Soft and Gentle, and just apply it right over the top of that cream highlighter. I'm going back to the eyes just to finish them off, and I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Smoldering Eyeliner to my waterline. Just get it all up in there, all the way to the inner corner, and then I'm going to go in with the Inglot eyeshadow number 329 and smudge it on the lower lash line so it's super smoky and super grungy. And then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes just so that the falsies and my natural lashes kind of blend better together. Then I'm going to top it off with some mascara. My favorite is L'Oreal Voluminous on my upper and lower lashes. For lips, I'm taking the Jordana Lipliner in the color Rock and Rose, which is my favorite kind of nude neutral lip liner, and I'm topping it off with the Revlon Color Stay Overtime color in the color Romantic Rose, which has a dual application, the color and then the gloss over the top. And I did apply the gloss just to give my lips a more pouty look. And with that, we have completed this look. I hope you guys have a Happy New Year, and I'm so excited for what the next year is going to bring. See you guys next time. Remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, always leave your mark.